Hey guys, welcome to Lucy9G and it's Pranjal here. So today I have got another deck for you guys, and this time we are actually playing a monsters faction deck with Carapace as a leader. So if you have been following on my channel, you must be knowing that I don't really play monsters that much, but the thing is that there are a lot of changes coming in patch 8.5, especially in monsters faction. So I was there in the deck builder trying to make some new decks, keeping those changes in my mind. And since foglets are actually going to be pretty buffed with those 8.5 changes, I wanted to do something with the frost and wild hunt in general, since I haven't really posted any wild hunt decks on my channel yet. So yeah, there I was making a deck, but since the patch hasn't really come out yet, and you know what, I actually came up with this deck while I was working on the new one. Now the thing is that I think this deck is actually pretty good. We have got most of the wild hunt cards here, and to help those out we have also got the usual monster suspects cards like Osril, Yegan, and the usual Strega, Phantom and all that stuff. So yeah guys, the deck is actually devotion monsters, since we are also running our conquerors here. Plus, I think devotion doesn't really hurt monsters that much. It kind of helps us out in a lot of ways. So yeah, let me give you an overview of the deck, and after that we are just gonna head straight into the gameplays and see how the deck actually performs there. So let's start with Oberon. Kind of an amazing card to have. Plus since we have got devotion, so usually we start with round 3 with Endrega larvas and all those thriving units, and once we have played all those, we start with our Oberon, and that way whenever we play any other wild hunt cards, it also boosts all those by 1 in this final form. So yep, the card is actually pretty good, and it's kind of mostly it plays for 12 for 12, which is kind of okay. I mean, it's kind of good. And if you have got wild hunt riders in your deck and you haven't really thinned them out, you might even get lucky and get wild hunt riders as your choices. Then this is gonna be playing for some insane value. So yeah, we have got Oberon here, and we have got Yegan. So Yegan is basically for you to play in round 1. So the thing is that our deck kind of plays a bit slowly, since we do have to set up our thrive engines, since we have got 2 Endrega larvas, 2 Bruxas. So in the initial turns we are not really going to generate that much value, so that's why we have got Yegan, as you can just play your Endrega larvas, Bruxa, and if opponent is gonna get a lot ahead in those 2 or 3 turns, so you can just stick your Yegan on board and it's gonna play for 13 points, which not only gives us a lot of points, but it also provides its dominance, which we really like in this deck, since we are playing Aridin too. So yeah guys, if you have got dominance, so you can even play your Aridin. So the thing is that as long as you have dominance, all the frost damage is increased by 1 as long as Aridin is on board. So yeah, the card is, I mean, usually it just plays for maybe 11 for 10, which is kind of not really that great. But if you have him, if you have Aridin on board, and on top of that you even have frost being played via your Artgate or Red Riders, it can kind of go till 14 or 15 for 10, which is not really that bad. So yeah, plus this card is also about to get buffed in 8.5, so that's the reason I actually included this in this trial deck. So yeah, Aridin is gonna be 6 for 10, and it might actually be good with the patch 8.5 changes. So yeah, those 3 cards, and after that we have got Nagalfar. So the thing with Nagalfar is, first of all, it's a wild hunt card. So we also have got Gales here, so Gales can play any wild hunt special cards. So just to tell you how many special wild hunt cards we have is, we have got Nagalfar, Artgate, which is also an echo card, and we have got Emlerith's Wrath, which again is kind of good, since we do have cards that can actually give us dominance like Yegan, Osril, and Phantom also. So yeah, we have got Nagalfar, Ardgate, Emlyrit's Wrath, and finally we have got Red Riders. Yep, so those are the four Wild Hunt special cards, and Gales might not be that useful in the deck, but the thing is that we do need some kind of thinning in the deck, right? So Gales helps us in that, and since we are going all in on Frost, we do need to play our Ardgate. So if you haven't really drawn Ardgate but you do have your Gales, you can play your Gales for Ardgate. And what's most important here is that you actually need to commit your Nagalfar either in round 1 or round 2. That's like the basic idea of this card, so that for your round 3 or round 2, depending upon where you committed your Nagalfar, there is at least 1 gold on top of your deck, which actually helps you in the later rounds. So yeah, you can even play your Nagalfar via Gales. So Gales actually kind of provides us a lot of flexibility in how we play the deck. So yep, other than that we have got Osril. Again, it's the usual monsters card, right? It plays for 14 if Yeagun is in your graveyard. So yeah, it's basically for round 3, and also it helps us in providing dominance. Now we have got Nithril here. So the thing with Nithril is it might get a bit awkward as to when you have to actually play it. So sometimes you do have to protect your thriving units and all your other cards, so you might not get the exact moment as to when you have to play your Nithril. So yeah, Nithril in that way is kind of meh, but still if you have got Nithril in round 1 and you also have got first say, you can actually just play your Indriga Larvas and drop your Nithril and put tactical advantage on that, or maybe you can just change it to Crystal Skull, depending upon what you like. So yeah, that not only provides us dominance, but once we have dominance Nithril actually damages by 2, which is kind of insane. So yeah guys, that's why we have got Nithril here. Other than that, we have got Winter Queen. So we are kind of running Ardgate along with Red Riders, plus it's for thinning, right? Thinning is very important since we don't really have any Neuromancy and all that. So yeah, that's why we have got Gales, Nagalfar and Winter Queen, which helps us in thinning out deck by at least 3. And since we are Devotion, this is also a Thrive unit, which actually kind of helps us out. And we have got Strega. So since we are kind of running a lot of dominance package and our Frost actually helps us in taking back that dominance, we have got Strega here, which if you have dominance can damage a unit by 4. You know how it works, right? It's a normal monster cards. And we have got Phantom here. Again, the thing is that Phantom is actually better card than Beast in Wild Hunt deck, because first of all, Phantom is actually a Wild Hunt card, right? So if you are playing Phantom in round 3 and Oberon is already on board, this actually comes out as a 5-point card. So more unlikely to be removed by opponent. And the thing is that it doesn't really depend upon any other card for boosting, whereas Beast actually it's dependent upon other tall units. So yeah, you can just play your Phantom as your first card and it actually works as a pretty nice decent engine. So yeah, that's why we have got Phantom instead of Beast. And other than that, we have got Red Riders, just another tech card that you can play via Gales or directly, whatever. So we have got also one Wild Hunt Bruiser, which actually is kind of important, as you should at least have one movement card in your deck. And what's more is that it's a Wild Hunt card, and what's even more is that if you have got Frost on the Rose, it even damages a unit by 2. So yeah, all in all, it's a good card to have. You can move opponent's defender or row logged units depending upon whatever you want. And other than that, we have got Wild Hunt Rider. Again, since we are gonna have dominance in most of the cases, we can thin these out easily, plus it also thins out our deck. So we are actually thinning out our deck by 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean, 4 in general, which is actually pretty good, since usually the maximum limit for thinning is 9, and out of that we are actually thinning our deck by 4. So we won't be missing on that many gold cards. Other than that, the usual bronze cards and monsters, and actually one of the best in the game, we have gotten Nagalfar here, which provides us with which are actually the best thrive engines in the deck. So yeah, we have got 2 of these. We have got 1 Nagalfar crew. So I'm not really fully sold on Nagalfar's crew. It's only here because I was making a deck for keeping patch 8.5 changes in mind. But yeah, you can actually swap it with something else in 5 provision slot. Other than that, we have got 2 conquerors, which actually are kind of great. I mean, these are the only reasons we are running devotion monsters deck. And we have got Noonwraith. I mean, not really that great, but still it's kind of 4 for 6, plus you can just drop them, and if you have few of your thriving cards already on board, they play for decent amount. And lastly, we have got Bruxa, again the usual bronze card and 4-point slot in monsters. So yeah guys, that was the entire overview of the deck. I actually ended up liking this deck a lot, and I think it's actually pretty good, and I have got something in my mind, something similar, but I think that won't be a devotion monsters deck. So I'll be making some changes and adding foglets here, maybe also a portal or something to thin these out. So yeah, that is basically the plan post patch 8.5. but for now I think let's enjoy with this deck and let's see how it actually works in the real matches. So yeah guys, let's head into the matches and let's see how it goes. Okay guys, so we have got our first matchup, and this is actually my first match with this deck. So we are facing Mahakam Forge, so I mean most likely it's a dwarf deck. So this will actually be interesting. It's been a while since I have actually faced any dwarf decks. Alright, so I mean the hand is kind of okay, I guess. We do have Egan in hand. The issue here is that I'm not really sure what all things do we have in the deck. Okay, so maybe we don't really need Noonwraith. Okay, 2 Bruxas are bad. Okay, yep, our gate is okay, and we have got Gales for either Emlurith's Wrath or Red Riders, as we already have Nagalfar in hand. So yeah, I'm actually alright with this hand. We have got 1 in Nagalfar, 1 Bruxa. That's gonna help us with that thrive, and yep. So we are just gonna start with our Nagalfars, then maybe even go for Gales to get that thrive on 2 body unit. Alright, Mahakam Defender, let's just play our Nagalfars. So I think that opponent was expecting a predatory dive, that's why he didn't really boosted it with that Crystal Skull. Alright, here comes Justice. So yeah, our deck kind of generate points a bit slowly in the start, so that's why it's kind of good if you have got Yegan in hand, which actually helps a lot in catching up with so much of point difference. So let's just play Bruxa. I don't really think we need to play Gales just yet. Yeah, I mean we kind of lost 2 points on those Nagalfars, but I think it's fine. So next turn we can just play our Egan and catch up with that point difference. Plus we kind of need dominance to thin out our Wild Hunt Riders, so we do need to play our Egan. Alright, Zoltan, Shive. So yep, let's just play our Egan, and I think at 7 armor he should actually be pretty safe here. So next turn we can play our Wild Hunt Riders, and after that let's see what our opponent plays, and depending upon that we are gonna make our play. Alright, Zoltan's company. So yep, I'm, the next card can be Brewer Hook, and if that's that, we are not really gonna win this round. So yep, I think let's just thin out our deck while we can. So let's play our Wild Hunt Riders, plus we're also gonna get that to thrive on our Integral Hours. So currently we are just 3 points behind, which is kind of great, but I think the next card of our opponent is actually Brewer Hook, and if that is it, I think we're just gonna have to take a process. Okay, it's actually Mahakam card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so our opponent has actually already filled the entire melee row. That's kind of a weird play. So what we can do here is, we can go for Nagalfar or something. I think what we can actually do is play Eredin, since we do have dominance for now, and we can stop that dwarf from growing too big and taking our dominance. So yep, let's play our Eredin on melee and put Frost on melee. Alright, so great. That's kind of a weird play by our opponent, as he has actually filled his entire melee row, so we don't even have to fear about Brewer Hook anymore. So I think next turn we can even play our Arcade here, since we do have dominance and Eredin on board. So our Frost is gonna do 3 damage instead of 2. Okay, so yep, Munro is actually going on melee row, on range row. So I think let's I don't really want to play Arcade just yet. Yeah, I think let's just better thin out our deck. So we are gonna play our Gales. So we can even go for Emderit's Wrath, but I don't really want to kill any of the dwarfs on melee row. So what we are gonna use is Red Riders. Yep, let's just go for Red Riders and put Frost on both those rows, so that way we thin out our Winter Queen.
Truth is a shard of ice.
Alright, great. So yeah, we are, actually we can just play our Conqueror and we'll be ahead here. Yep, so this is gonna play for 7, 8, 9, 10. Great, plus our opponent also has Frost on both the rows, so we don't even have to commit any leader charges here. So let's just take a pass. Alright guys, so round 1 is in the bag, and it was pretty easy actually. Now the thing is that we are definitely gonna go for a bleed, since our opponent already has that 4-point resilience unit on board, so we cannot really just take a pass here. Though I do want, Oberon in hand, to be honest. Okay, Bruiser is actually excellent here, so we can move our opponent's Brewer Hook to the other row. So I think I'm just gonna stick with this hand. It's kind of not really that great, but I think it should still work. And we are even gonna commit to 1 charge here on our Phantom, just in case our opponent has a removal. I think okay, it's Gabor, and our opponent is playing that for resilience, and our opponent is also committing the leader here. Okay, yep, so we can go for Nagalfar, but I think we don't really have dominance, so our Strega is not really gonna do that much. So let's play our Ozril first and eat that E-gun. So now the great part here is that our Ozril is 14 points in it, so next turn we can play our Emderit's Wrath and kill that Gabor. Yep. Oh fuck's sake. Yeah, so that kind of, you know, messed with our play here. So I mean, that is like the issue with Artgate, right? It's not really that great in short round. So I think let's commit to 1 leader charge, 1 more on Phantom. I mean, we still cannot kill that Gabor now, but you know, fuck it. So yeah, let's just play our Artgate here. Yeah, so that was actually a misplay. We shouldn't have committed our leader charge since we, you know, ended up playing Artgate anyways. Alright, Xavier. So yeah, first of all, we are just gonna kill that Gabor with our Emlerit's Wrath. And yep, let's just keep it as it is. Now the thing is that you have to play your Nagalfar in either round 1 or round 2, so that way you have at least 1 more gold on top of your deck. So yep, we are gonna commit our Nagalfar here, and let's hope that you know, we will be able to put Oberon on top. Oh fuck's sake. So yep, let's just take Striga here since we do have dominance, and let's just kill Zoltan, I guess, and let's use these 3 damage on our Phantom too, as we are just gonna take a pass here. I mean, our opponent still have to make a 14-point play, and there is no leader for our opponent, so I think we might, you know, take, you know, we might not go 1 card down. Even if it's a Yerdan, it's gonna play for 12, and if it's via that, it's gonna play for 13. Okay, it's not even a Yerdan. Zoltan Warrior. So I think we should be actually good for a pass here. Yep, let's just take a pass. So this is the best case scenario. So we have got Bruiser in hand to move that Brewer Hook to the other row if our opponent ends up playing that in round 3. And actually in round 3 it's not even gonna be that great, since there's only gonna be, you know, at max 5 dwarfs on the row. So yep, so as long as we draw into Oberon, I think we should be pretty good here. So we are definitely drawing into Mithril. Yeah, maybe we are gonna, you know, mulligan our Artgate. So let's mulligan Noonwraith first. Okay, we do need Oberon, so yep, let's mulligan Artgate. Oh fuck's sake. Okay, yep, I mean, that is the issue with Artgate, right? It's not great in short run. So what we are gonna do is play Mithril first instead of Bruxa. And as long as our opponent doesn't really have movement tech, you know, dwarf decks usually have poly, so if our opponent doesn't really have that, we are gonna get a 1-point advantage, and if our opponent has that, we are gonna lose 1 point that we could have gotten via playing Bruxa first. Okay, never mind. So yeah, maybe we should have just played Bruxa before Mithril. Anyways, let's play Bruxa now and put bleeding on Poly just to take dominance, even though we don't really want it. Yeah, I mean, if we had Oberon, this would have been so easy. Okay, that's kind of a weak card, so let's play our Conqueror first. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one we played. Alright, it's just a rebuke, so yep, I think we should be good here. I mean, it's already a draw, so yep. Alright guys, so match 1 with the stick in the bag, and it was actually, you know, even though we didn't draw into Oberon, it was actually pretty easy at the end. Alright guys, so match number 2, and we are facing Blaze of Glory, which means Iced. So as for the hand, I think we are having maybe way too much frost, so let's remove Red Riders, and 2 Bruxas are kind of, you know, okay, Conqueror is actually alright. Okay, hey, my Protector, oh, fuck. Yeah, that kind of messes us with our play. Now the issue here is that we might not get dominance in this round. Yeah, that Protector with that Crystal Skull actually gives us a lot of issues. Now the thing is that we can go for Gales into Nagalfar, but you know, that's so bad. We can get anything here. So I think what we can do here is maybe I think let's just play our Phantom here, so that way we are gonna have at least 1 engine on board, and you know, we might be able to take dominance. And yeah, I don't really think we need to give it any leader charge just yet, as ice tech usually don't really have decoction. So other than that, I don't think they can damage us. Yep. Demonite Longship. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to play our Art Gate here. And let's commit 1 leader charge too, so you know, we might get dominance here.
When frost comes, the world will at last be cleansed.
Alright, so it's another Demonite Longship, so yeah, maybe we are not really gonna get dominance. Okay. I mean, that was a weird play, so we can actually play our Striga, I think, now, since we do have dominance. And yeah, I think let's play our Striga and damage that Heme Protector. So now we are at least gonna have dominance for a few turns, and you know, we might next turn we can even thin out our Wild Hunt Riders. Okay, Blood Eagle, yup. Into Great Sword. I mean, the issue with Great Sword is that it counters with Frost very hard, right? We damage it and it boots back. But our opponent has actually played it on melee. I have no idea why. So we do have a pass here, and we're gonna take that. So yeah, the round might not look that great for us, but the thing is that our opponent has gone 2 cards down, so you know, we are gonna get a dry pass in round 2, I think, and then a long round 3. Ideally we should have actually gone for a win in round 1 and bled them in round 2, so they, you know, so we can get out there iced, and then gone for a short round 3. But our hand is not really that great here for that kind of strategy. Alright, okay, again a lot of frost, so let's remove these Red Riders. And okay, I mean, that's great, right? That's actually insane. We are having both the Endrega Larvas, so I think what we can play here is Wild Hunt Riders and thin these out, so we don't, you know, end up drawing into both of them in later rounds. Now, I mean, ideally you should play your Nagalfar in round 2, so that way you are having at least 1 gold on top of your deck. But by doing this, we are gonna be wasting at least 1 gold, right? Yeah, so maybe playing Gales here is not really that great of an idea. Though what we can play here is maybe this Conqueror. Alright, yeah, I think that's enough. Let's yeah, let's just take a pass here. Alright, round 3, so we have got Eredin, that's good. Don't really need Nagalfar Screw, it's just, you know, actually Bruiser is great. We can move their ships if we have to, though we are missing a lot of gold, so you know, we might mulligan some things more. Maybe Bruxa. Okay, definitely not Noonwraith. Okay, Bruxa it is. Anyways, let's just start with our Endrega Larvas. I think we actually have a pretty good hand since we do have a lot of thrive units. Alright, location maybe into quartermaster, I think. Okay, so looks like our opponent actually forgot about that adrenaline effect. So yep, let's play our other integral larvas too. Yeah, that was a very stupid play by our opponent. Okay, Herkia, so great thing is that both of those units are on different rows, so we can even play our Gate, or even go for, you know, Red Riders who are Gales. Though I think for now I would actually like to set up my Thrive engines on board. So let's just play our Bruxa here, and let's go for that Bear Witcher. I mean, we kind of lost 4 points by not playing Gales, but you know, we might find good use of Gales in later turns. Okay, Herald the Cripple. So maybe our opponent is going for another Great Sword. Yep. Yeah, Great Sword is actually very annoying, especially against Frost. Okay, so let's just play our... Or should we... Yep, let's play our Oberon first. Okay, so we are just gonna go for Conqueror. Yeah, let's just go for Conqueror here. So the thing is that we went for Oberon first is to protect our thriving engines, as they are very important, especially against Iced Blaze of Glory deck, as it's pretty good for denying Bloodthirst. And you know, next turn we are gonna go for our Ardgate and Eredin, as we are gonna lose some value if we delay them anymore. Alright, Brokewar Hunter, we can move it with our Bruiser, but I think for now we are just gonna play our Frost cards here. Yep, let's play Ardgate, and yeah, let's just take a pass here. So for now there is only one Bloodthirst, that's good to know. Okay, and Great Rider. Another thing is that that can deal 2 damage on our Oberon, so okay, yeah, let's play our Eredin first. And I mean, on ranged, our opponent has locations. Yeah, let's just play this on melee, even though there's Great Sword on melee. And we are gonna commit 1 leader charge 2 on our Oberon, so that way our opponent doesn't just, you know, go for that Blood Eagle on 2-point Oberon. Okay, so yeah, I think next turn we are gonna move that Brokewar Hunter. Okay, so yeah, opponent does want that 2 Bloodthirst. There's 1. I mean, that Great Sword is like super annoying, right? It's tanking all our Frost damage. So what we can do here is, I mean, we can use our Bruiser to move those Fanatic Swellbloods, but you know, that's not really gonna do anything. They're just gonna be boosted to 6. I think we can just go for Emirates Wrath here for onto that Great Sword. Now the thing is that we need a 9-point unit on our side of the board, so let's use this leader charge on Eredin. Ideally we should, you know, use this on Oberon, but I think removing that greatsword is a much better play, so we get at least some value from our frost. Alright, so far so good. The only issue is that, you know, there is one damaged unit and our opponent might create another one. So yeah, next turn we are definitely going for that bruiser onto Brokewar Hunter. The issue is just that we are losing a lot of value on Mithril. Okay, we still have dominance, so let's use bruiser and move that Brokewar Hunter. Yeah, now the issue is that there is Bloodthirst of 2 on board, so I think the next play of our opponent is going to be iced with leader 2, so our opponent is gonna generate a lot of points here. Yep, here comes iced. What a bloody surprise, right?
My beauteous commands.
Okay, at least that's a small unit. And yep, I think it's Utah onto that 8-point conqueror. So yep, there goes our dominance.
Exactly what I'd hoped for.
Alright, so let's play our Mithril, so we can at least use its order one time. Plus we, you know, have 4.5 units. Alright, I mean we are still 10 points ahead, but our opponent might have some more. I mean, he still have that totem and there might be some more big cards. Okay, that is definitely big. Alright, lucky pink via Herald. So anyways, our conqueror is playing for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is actually, you know, pretty insane. Alright, so you know, we might still win this. I think our opponent's last card is Blood Eagle. Yep, so it's gonna damage by 2. That means still, yep, that is not really enough. Our opponent needed 9-point play. Alright guys, match number 2 in the bag, and you know what, I'm already liking this frost deck, even though it's not been buffed with the 8.5 patch changes, should I say. So yeah guys, let's head into match number 3. Alright guys, match number 3. So let's see who we are facing in our third match with this deck. Okay, it's another Skellige and it's another Blaze of Glory. Must be iced. I mean, it has to be iced with Blaze of Glory. The thing is that we are going first here. So I see both the copies of Wild Hunt Riders in our hand, which we don't really want. Okay, I mean we have got both copies of Indrega Larvas, which we had in round 3 of our previous match. Now I don't really think we need Nagalfar's crew. Okay, I mean Bruiser is good for moving boats, I think. Other than that, what are we missing here? We are missing some big golds and some tall units to gain dominance easily, but I think the hand is still pretty alright. Yeah, let's just stick with this and first set up our Thrive units. As since we are going first, we do have to win this round, right? So it's actually good that we have got so many Thrive units in hand. Okay, and create Marauder. Let's hope that that unit doesn't get lucky. Okay, great. Let's play these Indrega Larvas on melee. So yeah, I think our opponent is gonna play a Brokewar Hunter or Demon Light Longship and kill that 1-point Indrega Larva. Okay, Vabion. I mean, that's even a better play into Blood Eagle, I think. Yup. I think into Brokewar Hunter, so that takes care of 2 of our Thrive units. No, that's into Herkia. Okay, I mean Herkia's ping, you know, random ping might get lucky. Let's hope not. Okay, let's play our Nithril, as we are gonna play our Nithril as soon as possible here, and let's put tactical advantage on that. Now yeah, we could have even played our Gales here for that 2-point Thrive play, but I think it's fine. So our Nithril is on the board and we do have dominance, so I think next turn we are just gonna play our Bruxa, so we get Thrive via her, and after that we can just play our Wild Hunt Riders and all that stuff. Okay, Berserker. So yeah, let's play our Bruxa onto that Marauder, and let's use our Nithril to kill that Webion. By the way, those were some pretty lucky pins via both Berserker and Herkia, both of which fell on our Nithril. So yeah, let's okay, Heme Protector. I mean, Heme Protector is so annoying. Okay, so let's play our Wild Hunt Riders while we still have dominance, and let's use our Nithril's charge on that Heme Protector, and let's keep it down. So next turn I think we are gonna go for Red Riders on both the rows, and we can just use our Nithril to ping down that Heme Protector, and you know, our Red Riders is gonna even thin out our deck. Alright, and Great Raider. So yeah, let's play our Red Riders on both the rows and thin out our Winter Queen, and let's damage that Heme Protector. Alright, great.
All else disgusts me.
Maybe, I mean, we could have even played our Striga on that and Great Raider, or maybe on that. I mean, we can play her next on that next turn on that Herkia. But yeah, maybe that was a bit of a misplay. We should have actually killed that on Great Raider before. Okay, location into Bear Witcher, I think. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Huh?
Okay. I mean, our Nithril is still sticking, so that's kind of great. Now the thing is that if we play our Striga here, we still have dominance, right? Plus we are gonna get 4 thrives actually. So yep, let's play our Striga onto that Heme Protector, and let's use our Nithril's charge and damage that Marauder. And I don't really think I'm gonna commit any charges here. Yeah, we remove that damage 1-point Marauder, so our opponent cannot use that order on location to heal both the adjacent units. And you know, our opponent might actually pass here, as he is a lot of yep. So there's the pass. So yeah guys, that's like the best case scenario that you can ask for against an Blaze of Glory Ice deck. So we are definitely gonna go for a bleed in round 2, irrespective of what draws we get. Okay, Phantom is actually great. Iridan is great. Arcade is actually even great. So we still have Nagalfar on Gales. I mean, I think this is a great hand. We are just gonna stick with what we have got, and let's just start with Phantom, and we are not really gonna commit any leader charges just yet. So yeah, maybe, I mean, we could have played for Gales into Nagalfar in the very first turn, in case we could have find Egon, as Egon at 5 armor is much safer. But I think that's fine. by playing Phantom first, we at least have one engine on board, so that's kind of good. Okay, great sword. Yep, that is going to be an annoying card. I mean, it counters against our frost very well, right? So what I think I'm gonna do is we are gonna commit our Emlerit's Wrath on that. It kind of looks like a waste, but I think it's actually worth it. Yep, let's do this. So that, you know, that great sword doesn't counters with the frost cards that we have got in our hand. So yeah, again, Ardgate is not looking that hot, especially in short rounds. It's never that great. I mean, that's the biggest issue with it, right? So yeah, I think let's just play our Ardgate here. It's not going to play for full value since there is no units on melee row, but I think it's fine. We do have Bruiser to move a unit. Okay, here's the Hemi Protectors. Yep, we are gonna move that Hemi Protector onto melee. Now again, our opponent can actually use that location to heal it. We can kill that Hemi Protector, but I think it's fine. Even if our opponent heals it, I'm gonna hold on to our Phantom's Charge. Okay, Bear Witcher.
Oh, that dancing around. It's not for me.
Alright guys, so let's play our Gales here into Nagalfar, as we do have to play Nagalfar in either round 1 or round 2. Okay, there's a great sword here, so we are gonna play for Osril onto melee. Let's eat that great sword. So yeah, I'm even gonna commit this order of our Phantom and kill that, and let's use our leader charges on this and this, so our opponent doesn't really get, you know, death blow with his Blood Eagle that easily. Plus there's no Bloodthirst also. So yeah, I mean, our condition is looking actually great here. So the thing is that even if we end up passing here, we are pretty sure that Oberon is our topmost card, which actually helps us a lot in round 3, as Oberon is actually great. Okay, Hjalmar, it's gonna play for, you know, 11 points into Austral. Okay, you know what, I'm even gonna play this Eredin since we do have dominance, and let's commit this leader charge onto, I say, Austral. Yep. Alright, now since we have dominance, that frost is actually doing 3 damage per turn. So our opponent is actually gonna have to make some big plays. We might even see iced into leader. Alright, it's Herald into and create Raider. Alright, Blood Eagle. I mean, that's neither a death blow nor there is Bloodthirst, so it's not really gonna be that big. Yep, just a Broke War Hunter. Is that even enough here? Okay, our maximum is 8-point unit, so yep, we actually win by 1 point. Yep. Alright guys, so we ended up 2-0ing the Iced Blaze of Glory deck, and you know what, I'm actually already liking this deck so much, and we still have got buffs to come via 8.5 patch.